Sure, Mr. Smith. You are our trusted partner and we believe you. Okay, I will wait for it. Have a nice day. Jungkook ended the call and turned back only to find his lawyer waiting for him. What brought you here, Tahir? He said, walking towards his desk and signed him to sit as well. I'm here to ask you something important. I don't know if you are aware of what's going on. I just wanted to confirm. Jungkook frowned upon his words. What happened? His lawyer sighed and joined his fingers together. Wyan called me this morning. Jungkook was a little surprised. What did she say? She said if it is possible to get divorced prior to what you guys have decided. I don't know what's going on, but if your father comes to know about this divorce thing, he would be so upset and you guys plan to do it after 3 months. Then what happened? Jungkook leaned back and sighed. Look, I understand that you two don't want to continue this marriage and I have promised to help you, but if any of your parents come to know about this contract, I will be in danger too. I risk my loyalty for you guys. At least don't hide things from me. Jungkook looked at him. What did you say to her? I told her that it's not possible, but she was insisting, so I thought to know about it first. Like, I get it that you don't love each other, but can't you just manage it for a few months? It would be a big problem if this news goes out. All this happened because of me. The lawyer looked at him. Did you say anything to her? Both of your past is clean. None of you have a lover till this date. I don't know why you are not giving this relationship a chance. Who knows, you are meant for each other. He stopped and Jungkook glared at him. I'm just sharing my opinion. It's your choice. He looked away while the lawyer sighed. Let me help you, Anne. You said coming in the kitchen while Mrs. Han looked at you. It's okay, dear. I'll do it. You should rest. I'm fine now. Let me help. She looked at you. Did you take your medicines? You nodded. Jungkook was so worried about you last night. Even in the morning, he told me to make sure you eat your breakfast and take medicine. You looked at her as if you can't believe what she's saying because obviously it was unbelievable for you. I'm telling you the truth, I swear. He's so worried about you from yesterday. Can we talk about something else? Mrs. Han put her hand on your shoulder. Fine. I know things are not good between both of you, but he cares about you. You don't know him. He's a little mad because his parents forced him for this marriage, but he's a nice guy. Once you guys get used to each other, you'll see how much he loves you. I'm going in my room. Call me if you need help. You left from there and Mrs. Han knew you didn't like talking about Jungkook. May God bring both of them together. You stopped when you saw Jungkook coming from the other side. It wasn't his time to come home, but maybe some work. You ignored him and was going towards your room when he stopped you. Wyan, you stopped while he walked behind you. Can we just talk for a while? You looked at him and it was clear that he was nervous to talk to you. From the day it all started, he has started to feel so guilty and upset. He realized how wrong he was and blaming you for no reason. Mr. Tahir came to my office today. I talked to him about our divorce. I want to set you free from every bond. Wyan, I'm so sorry for everything that I said to you. Of course, I won't expect you to forgive me, nor I'll stop you, but it can't be possible before 6 months. On top of that, we have to explain everything to our parents as well. "6 months? It's a very long time. How will you live with me for 6 months? I don't want you to feel suffocated for that long." He looked down. I'm sorry for all that, Ryan. You took a step closer to him. What are you sorry for? Even if you don't say, I know it is the truth. Neither you nor I want to marry, but don't know why I thought I will fall in love with you in somewhere. I did. He looked at you surprised. He was not expecting it, but you want to tell him the truth. I thought they were right. I can still fall in love after the marriage, but I think I made the dumbest mistake. If you're scared that you will lose your position after our parents came to know about it, then don't worry. I'll tell them that I just don't want to be in this marriage. Because you see, I have nothing to lose. I didn't get anything. You left from there leaving him thinking. He was getting weaker day by day. He started to think about it closely, and the more he thinks, the more he finds out his mistakes. You walked upstairs, but your feet stumbled and you were about to fall back, but luckily Jungkook also came behind you and he rushed to catch you before you fall. Are you okay? You looked at him and then stood up straight. Thanks. You walked upstairs. Jungkook turned back and saw Mrs. Han. He felt a little nervous when he caught her watching both of you, so he walked away as well. Unknowingly, Jungkook started putting efforts in this marriage. He doesn't realize when he started falling for you. Maybe he started to realize it after he finally started focusing on marriage. He realized that it would have been different if he did it from the very beginning. He took out his frustration and blamed you for everything when others made his life like this. You were a victim just like him. It's really hard to believe these men nowadays. Mrs. John chuckled and looked at her along with others. You look a little bit annoyed from the business trip, Mrs. Kim. Looks like Ryan's father didn't take you around Rome completely. He doesn't have time from work, and also it was supposed to be 1 week trip that lasted for 2 weeks. You know this happens sometimes, Jagi. I went for shopping as you said, but you're still mad. This made everyone smile. Jungkook looked at you. He was checking you time to time. And what about our newlyweds? How did you guys spend all these days? Is everything okay? They got a little confused when you didn't say anything. Ryan, are you okay, my love? Yes, Mom, I'm good. She looked at Jungkook. Everything is okay. Ryan was a bit sick lately, but now she's fine. We went to the doctor also. They all looked worried. What happened to her? Is something serious? No, Mom. I told you we visited the doctor. Everything is fine. You took a deep breath and looked at them. I have to tell you all something. Jungkook looked at you. Don't know why he was afraid now. He doesn't want you to talk about it. Not because he was afraid to lose his position, but he realized he had fallen for you. Yes, dear, tell us. You looked at Jungkook and you could read his eyes. He looked down. Yes, Ryan, what do you want to talk about? They all were looking at you curiously. I will tell you, but let's finish the dinner. You are scaring me. Is everything alright? It's not serious, Mom. Relax. You looked at Jungkook. I did not tell them anything because I thought you want to say something. Jungkook looked at you. He was not sure how to face you after all that. How to tell you that he was so guilty and want to give this relationship a chance. He already knew what was going on inside his head. He's like this from past 1 week and trying to talk to you, but you always leave him in the middle. You want to make him realize that you don't deserve this hate. You are not the reason for all this. He swallowed and came near you. I don't know if I will sound good by saying this. I don't know why I did all that, but I'm really sorry, Ryan. I'm sorry for everything. Without thinking of anything, I blamed you, but it was just frustration. Even after I told them that I don't want to marry, they forced me. I was not in my mind, but I forgot that the same thing happened to you as well. I'm sorry, Ryan. It's okay. I can understand your frustration and I get it. I'm not even mad about it, but now that you know everything, let's end it. What do you think? He lowered his eyes. Ryan, can we give it a chance? Your heart skipped a beat. You knew he was guilty, but this was something you never imagined. He came near you. I know it would be hard for you, and I'm not saying this because I want my position. I'm ready to sacrifice it. I don't care, but I want to prove myself to you. It may sound funny to you, but I have feelings for you. I'm in love with you, Ryan, and I want to make it last forever. Tears filled your eyes. Of course, it would be your choice if you want to give me a chance or not, but I beg you to listen to me. It's not too late. We can move forward by forgetting and forgiving each other. So, you don't want to get divorced? How did you change your mind in such a short time? I'm not kidding, Ryan. Even I can't believe this, but this is the truth. Will you give this marriage a chance? Only if you promise me that you will never make me question my choice. This is the time where we can make choices, take decisions. After that, only regrets and pain would be there. He shook his head and held your hands. I promise you that there won't be any regret, no pain. I will never step back from my promise. After thinking for a while, you nodded. Okay then, I will give this marriage a chance. He was so happy and hugged you, making your heart skip a beat. This was the very first time you both came this close. You felt his hug. Thank you so much. He broke the hug and looked at you. I will prove myself to you. I love you. Okay. You didn't say it back, and it was a reminder for him that even though you have decided to give it a chance, he still needs to prove himself. He needs to make you believe that you can fully trust him. Let's go home now. You nodded and you both walked away. 1 year later. You woke up with the sound of alarm clock that your husband set, but he's the one sleeping peacefully after taking away your peace the whole night. You turned it off and sat down before shaking his shoulders. Jungkook, wake up. You'll be late for the office. He whined like a child. 5 minutes, please. It's already 8. His eyes wide open and he quickly sat down before looking at you. What? Why didn't you wake me? I have a meeting. He looked at you when you started laughing. Why are you laughing? Now I know why you're scared of dad that much. Relax, it's 6. You have enough time to get ready. He looked at the time and then at you. What? You set the alarm clock and ruined my sleep. Now I'll make coffee. I also have to attend a meeting with the Women Council. You were about to get up while he pulled you back and hovered above you, making your eyes widened. What are you doing? He leaned closer to your face. You wake me up before the time, and now we both have enough time for a round. What do you say? Your eyes widened and face turned red. You pushed him to the other side and got up, making him laugh. As if the night wasn't enough. I'm going to make coffee. Get ready. He sat down and laughed. I don't even think my life is enough without you. If that day I didn't gather my courage and stopped you, I don't know I would be able to forgive myself. That was the best decision of my life. No matter how this relationship started, so many hurdles came in the middle and you both disliked each other at a point, but when you give it a chance, it turned out to be the best decision of your life. You realize that why it is so important to give some things a second chance. Of course, you always have doubts and insecurities at first, but it can also lead to a stronger and healthier relationship if both parties are willing to work on the issues. Jungkook realized where he was wrong and he was ready to correct his mistake. You decided to leave him because you were hurt, but then you both decided to see what will happen if you give it a chance. And here you are, a year later, where you have fallen for each other so deeply, trust each other and thankful to each other.